paying $2,500 for a teenage bass.
I think some people would argue that you're paying for the guide's time. He's been out there for years. He's found these fish. He showed you all his spots. He showed you how to fish for these fish. That knowledge in itself can shortcut a person.
And then at the end of the day, he scratches his head.
And we all do that.
And he says, well, I guess the bass are off today. Okay, it's $2,500, and I catch that bass, I'll pay it gladly. But if I go out there and we get skunked and we catch nothing, then no, absolutely not.
But there's lots of people that pay that, and they pay it anyways.
Well, I understand.
Even though you won't, why would he say, "Oh, okay, Louie, you know, yeah, I'll do that for you."
We already spent the day fishing and getting skunked and paid $1,000 for the same thing.
We paid a guide $1,000 on a big bass lake, and we got skunked.
I would pay it. That's like going to Africa on a safari, and you spend $25,000 because you're going to catch a lion, and you go out there and there are no lions. You go,
Well,
no, absolutely. I understand. And, you know, if you think it's worth the gamble, then spend your money. I personally don't. I don't think it's worth paying $2,500 to see maybe.
What if you catch a 10-pounder?
I'm not paying $2,500 for a 10-pounder. I'm paying $2,500 for a teenage bass.
I think some people would argue that you're paying for the guide's time. He's been out there for years. He's found these fish. He showed you all his spots. He showed you how to fish for these fish. That knowledge in itself can shortcut a person.
And then at the end of the day, he scratches his head.
And we all do that.
And he says, well, I guess the bass are off today.
Here's the problem. When you say that, you act like he doesn't know what he's doing. He has certified 17 pounds on his boat. So
I don't care if he's got a golden bass on his boat.
It's not some other dude that tells you it. This is a guy that certifiably knows where big fish are.
It doesn't matter what he says or do.
It does matter.
What matters is, can I catch him? I'm paying.
Do you want to go out with a guy that's never caught a 17-pounder to go look for 17-pounders?
I am not paying anybody $2,500 to see if I can catch a big bass.
No,
sorry.
I think there's a lot of people who would argue. There's a lot of people who are on your side. There's a lot of people who argue that, hey, this guy knows how to catch big fish. You will never learn how to catch a 17-pound bass.
We already did.
We've never caught a 17.
We already did, and went out with a very prominent guy.
That wasn't 17 pounds.
Paid $1,000.
Those were 9 and 10-pound bass.
See, now we're picking straws.
That's
here.
different. That's half the size. That's half the size of the fish.
Now we're picking straws.
That is half the size of the fish. That is not a 15,
Personally,
16,
what I think these pros have done, I don't think it is that they know where to find them. I think what they've done is they've mastered forward-facing sonar, and they can identify on the screen what a big bass really looks like.
Maybe.
We can't. We look at it and we think it's a carp or something else. I think they have been able to hone their system to say that's a big one.
There's thousands of people with forward-facing sonar.
Yeah, but thousands of people are not catching 17-pound bass.
That's correct, but maybe they don't know where to look for them.
It's all a possibility.
Because we might be looking on shore and they're looking offshore in specific ledges with specific features that they know big fish hang on, and we don't know that. That just might be something that they know that you can go out 1,000 times with your forward-facing sonar.
We've been fishing together, son, for a long time. We fish deep water, we fish ledges, we've done everything.
How come we can't find a 17-pounder?
For the
Are we in the wrong lake?
Yeah, for the same reason that 1 million people can't find them. We're doing something wrong.
Well, why wouldn't you pay $2,500 to find out what we're doing wrong?
Did. I already paid $1,000.
No. Let's pretend we didn't do that. Why wouldn't you do it now?
Because it's a numbers game.
It is a numbers game, but we've been doing it for 40 years. We still haven't done it.
They can't guarantee me that I'm going to catch a teenager bass.
Nobody can guarantee that.
Well, then I'm not going to guarantee to give you $2,500.
Well, then you'll have to keep going and beating your head against the ground and using your forward-facing sonar and not catching them. This is a shortcut. This is a $2,500 shortcut. Louie, you give me $2,500. I'm going to teach you where they live. I'm going to teach you what baits to use, and I'm going to teach you how to fish for them. and you're going to have the best success rate over anybody else because I've caught them.
Thank you. And here's my $2,500, and at the end of the day, I'm picking my nose, thinking we didn't
Well, let's say
even get a
we
bite.
stay out there for 2 weeks and we start seeing these big fish, and
At
we
25
learn
at
that.
$2,500.
No, just one day, and then we stay out there for another 2 weeks, and now we know what they look like, we know where they live, and we know what to use. It's just a matter of time before you do catch one.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I think that's wishful thinking.
I don't think it's wishful thinking, especially since many of these guides' clients have caught 15, 16, 17-pound bass. You have to be a client to catch those.
Understand?
So, all right, guys, we
can agree to disagree.
Well, we're going to see what you guys think. Post in the comments what you guys think. Is it worth it to spend $2,500 to learn how to catch a 17-pound bass? Or should you just leave it to chance and never do it? Or try to offer something to a guide to see? He's already getting paid $2,500 without your offer. I don't think he's going to take your offer.
Well, yeah, it depends on the man, but I would not throw $2,500 out the window.
I don't think it's throwing it out the window. What do you guys think? Post in the comments. Let us know.